Amador County Farm Day, bringing agriculture to the classroom.
So, hello, my name is Richard Thompson.
And I'm Vanessa Thompson.
We've been in 4-H for about 9 years now.
And we're 16 years old. You're just about to learn about our Angora goats that live on our farm at our house.
Then you will be learning what we do with the hair that our Angora goats produce, and how we can change that hair into a sweater or some other fabric that you can wear.
And this is one of our goats, Pinky. She's an Angora goat. Now, some people look at our goats and they see sheep. But one way you can tell the difference between a goat and a sheep is their tail. Her tail is only a couple inches long and it's pretty hairy. Sheep's tails are very long, naturally. Some people cut them shorter, but if you look at them, you can tell goats by their short tail.
Another way to tell sheep from a goat is the ears. See, goats' ears are floppy and very limp and lay downwards, while sheep stand out and point away from the head and are very stiff.
Our goat here, she's just about 4 years old. She's had one kid, who you may see in the background and you may meet later. And her kid's name is Violet. Pinky, as you can see, is very hairy. So right now, she's nice and soft, but she's been in the field for a very long time because that's where she lives. Her hair gets very dirty in the field and very long. So twice a year, in the spring and in the fall, we give her a haircut. It doesn't hurt her, and what we call that is shearing her. You'll learn more about what we do with her hair in just a minute. This is our horse Cinderella. She's a little friendly girl. With our goats, we shear them twice a year, but also, as you can imagine, their toenails get very long also. So we have to clip those too twice a year.
We feed our goats alfalfa pellets, which are that look kind of like that. We feed them once a day, and sometimes when it gets really dry and there's not much else to eat, we feed them twice a day to give them more food, so they're nice and healthy.
We hope that you learned today a little bit about our Angora goats, and soon you'll learn about what we can do with their hair.
My name is Elizabeth. This is a dirty wolf. Washing the wolf because it was dirty. This is a clean wolf. This is a garden thing. This is yarn. This is a scarf. You can make a scarf or a sweatshirt. Thank you.
Hi, my name's Lexi Himmel, and I've been in 4-H for 6 years. And today I'm going to be presenting how to card wool. So here I have my carders, and I'll now show you how to put the wool on. So this is Angora wool. So you want to hold it away from you and put it on like this, and you can see it's already getting a little bit softer, or more, not as messy. So you want to do this for just one of these. And you can see that this is very curly since it's from an Angora, and it will be harder to card. So now that I have all the Angora wool on here, how you hold it is you take your hand and you hold it under, and I always put it on my lap, and then kind of like you're brushing your hair, you start at the back here and you just go like this, and you do that a couple times, and then you take it and hold it like this now, and you push it up, and now it came off this and went onto this one, and you switch hands. So you do that a couple times, and again you take it and you roll it off, And now you can see it's starting to get very brushed out, but you can see all the little pieces of hay and dirt in here. So before you start carding, a lot of times you want to take those out. And here I found a guard hair. And if you've ever worn wool and you said it's really itchy, it's because of these guard hairs. And this is actually really soft to wear. It's the guard hairs that is really itchy. So then you do that again, and I usually do this about 4 or 5 times. And then you take it, go like this. And I'll do it one more time and show you guys an example of it. And now it is getting very brushed out, and I think this will be my last time doing it. So then take it off. And now you face this away from you, and this is called rolling it off. So you take it, and you have to be careful doing this because these needles on the carder aren't as sharp as sewing needles, but they're still very sharp and they can cut you. So you try rolling it into a tight ball and getting most of it off. And once you're done with that, you have your carded piece of wool. And here I'm going to show you an example of some llama and sheep wool. So I've already carded this, and you can still see a couple guard hairs in it that I missed. So this will be ready for the loom now, after you've done another inspection and made sure that you've gotten all the stickers and all the guard hairs out of it. Next, you guys are going to be learning about how to spin this carded wool.
Hi, my name is Lily Himmel, and today I'm working at the spinning wheel. When you have shorn and washed and carded your wool, you still can't use it because it's very weak and it pulls apart really easily. A way to make it easier to use is to spin it. All yarn is spun in some way, so it's stronger and it doesn't break apart like this will. This is my spinning wheel, and I'm using my foot to move the wheel. And while the wheel is spinning, it's twisting the yarn, and that's how it becomes stronger than what this is. And the yarn's going on the bobbin, and once you're finished, you can take it off the bobbin and you can knit it or weave it. There's pretty much an infinite amount of things you can do once you've spun your yarn. And dyeing means that you add colors to it. So if you go to a yarn store and you see yarns that are blue or green or purple, they've used some sort of artificial or natural dye to add color to the wool. Now that you know how to spin yarn, someone else will be teaching you a way to use it.
Hello, I am Brianna Hodson. I've been in 4-H for about 3 years, and I'm in Willow Springs 4-H. I am going to show weaving, which this is a finished product. It's a little bag, and I made it on a cardboard loom, which is really easy to make, and I can show you right now. So you need some cardboard, you need some tape, you need some skinny yarn, and a paper clip. So first, get a little piece of tape, and you just tape the yarn to one of the sides. Okay, here it's going to get a little more complicated, and you are going to, you have to cut slots. So usually you take a ruler and make little dots and then cut it both sides so you have the same amount. And then after you do that, you're going to warp it, And you are just going to put it through there, and then, so this is going to be the bottom of mine, and this is going to be the top. So I go like this, and then I turn it around, and then I kind of make it go on itself. Then I go through the bottom, then I go up here, then I turn it around, and I go like this. Then I turn it around, then I put it through, then I turn it around, then I put it through, then I turn it around, then I go like this, then I put it in the bottom, and I do this until I'm all the way at the end. Then I'm going to get another piece of tape. I'm going to cut the string and try to tape it under these. Like that. There's your loom. Now I'm going to have to get some of this yarn. Get a really long piece, cut it, and attach it to a paper clip. I'm not going to be using a paper clip. I'm going to use this because it's easier. This is like a really thick needle that doesn't have a sharp point. I'm going to thread it through. You just tie it onto a paper clip. And tie it. And then I'm going to start weaving. So I'm going to go under this, over that, under this, over that, under this, until it gets too short. Then I pull it through. Don't pull it all the way. I want to leave a tail. And I keep doing that until I get to the end of the row. Then when I'm at the end of the row, pull it all the way through, squish it down, and then flip over to the other side. Make sure I don't get this one because that's the one I taped. And so I went under that one, so I'm going to go over, under, and just keep doing it until you get to the top. It takes a long time. You can do it any size you want. And it's pretty fun. So I am going up and down through the things. So I go under, over, 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 till I get to the end of that side. And then I'm going to flip it over and go back here. So I just went over, so I'm going to go under, over, 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 under, over. Now I'm done with a second row. When you're done with that, you just go to the other side, keep going, and it should turn out something like this. And I have a pouch. And now we will be moving on to other things that are made with yarn and fabric.
Today I'm going to show you guys a couple finished products of wool. So here we have natural dye, so it never got dyed, and it is hand woven and hand spun. So this is a scarf, and it is machine spun and hand woven. So here is another scarf. It was hand woven, hand dyed, and hand spun. And again, we have another scarf, and this was hand woven and hand dyed, and it is silk. Okay, this is a shawl, and it is made out of tensol, which is a wood product, and it is hand dyed and hand woven. This is a blanket, and it is made out of cotton, and it's hand woven and hand dyed. After going through all these ways that we make these products, you can think about everything that you're wearing, or your backpack, your socks, and your shoes. They're all made out of, or they all have to go through this same process that we've showed you guys today. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed learning about sheep to socks. I have a great day.
Amador County Farm Day is brought to you by the University of California Division of Agriculture and Natural Resources 4-H program, the Amador County Farm Bureau, the City of Plymouth, the Amador Resource Conservation District, Charles Spinetta Winery and Vineyard, Tumbas Vineyards, CGDRE Vineyard and Winery, Cooper Vineyards, Sierra Pacific Industries, and your local farmers, ranchers, foresters, and agricultural professionals. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more educational videos.